Coach, I hate to ask it first, but I'm curious on Dean, of course, goes out with 7 minutes. He got up and walked around a little bit, but what do you know, if anything, on him already?
He had some soreness in his foot all week after the Texas game. He didn't practice. He was in a boot. The good thing was that it's not the same injury as before. It's just I don't know if they call it soft tissue damage. He just, tweaked it, and then he thought he landed on somebody's foot, and but they said he just stepped back and wrong or something. I'm not sure, but we'll just have to wait and see. And this is where a quick turnaround doesn't help us, but it is what it is. We got to deal with what the schedule brings us.
And I know you're just 20 minutes after this, but how big of a challenge will it be to turn the focus forward? You're still up a game in the league. I
told them after. They've done unbelievable things, 9 in a row. We're still in first place. Now, this team they're good. They're really good. We went and beat them. They were very sad when we went there. Obviously, we're sad when they came here. They had 2 guys step up and play at a high level. Made shots that either one doesn't usually shoot quite like that, but they made those shots, and you got to give them credit. I thought early in the game we had about as good a shots as we could get. We just missed them, and we played so well in the stretch, and then even we get it to 64-60, and just keep your poise, make them, put the pressure on them, but we didn't.
Barry, it's been a while since you guys have felt this way. What's going through your head right now?
Execution on defense, on offense, man. Just we didn't execute. We didn't follow the scouting report to the T like we usually have. It's on me. It's not getting us kind of ready, and the scouting report would have put us in a position to make the right plays, and even still we had, like he said, 64-60, and we still didn't execute getting the gap and make them pass with shot clock running down. So just execution, man. Just especially late in the game, man. It's tough, but we got to do it.
Being the senior, man, especially in the first half, your ability to keep K-State in the game in the first half appeared admirable. What was just going through your head? I mean, was it pressure on you? Were you feeling like you needed to keep the game?
I was just trying to take what they gave me, man. Just, driving lanes, pull-ups. Mac did a great job of screening, honestly, all game. Screening his butt off all game and allowing me to get open.
Excuse me. Bruce, they hit 14 threes. How many of those did you feel good about the defense and the situation?
You get in a heat check. We've been there. We were at Oklahoma State a couple of weeks ago. What did we hit, 16 or something? And, there's games like that. Everyone gets going. I don't know. There's probably a handful where what are you going to do? They're 7-8 feet behind the line, step backs. You got to give them credit. They made those plays, and that's why they won. We've been pretty good defensively. We're really good, I think, stat-wise against the 3. But today we didn't. I don't know if we were not on our toes. It seemed like they had us spread out. They got in, got us down the line. And, it's the same team we held to, 57 at their place. So they're good offensively. You played them. They played a week ago. We played 2 road games since they played. They have a week off. They had a loss. Their motivation probably a lot, at a sense of urgency maybe than us. I don't know, but we just got to deal with what we got and make the best of it.
Bruce, what can you say about Barry, especially in that first half, keeping you guys in there?
He was big time. He kept us in there, and a lot of times we kind of spread it out. We're so good, as a team when we're balanced scoring, but we had guys, like I said, we had open shots early. We just didn't make them, and so we had to and then we got a little foul trouble and had to kind of gear everything going to Barry, and he stepped up and made a lot of plays. But just not enough to get us over the hump.
Barry, as a player, when you see the other team make shots from distance like that time and time again, just how do you handle that and keep, I don't know, how do you respond to that when you see that many shots go in?
It's tough, man, when you're making a lot of tough threes, especially when you, like Coach said, their percentages kind of don't show that they're super great three-point shooters. and they're making step back threes 3 feet already behind the line. So I mean, it's tough. Just gotta next play mentality, man. It was a tough shot, great shot. I mean, next play, and I mean, but it just kept happening. It's just like one of those games. I mean, they were on fire.
Barry, you just mentioned it, but when Iowa State's hitting threes like they were, whether it's step back a few feet behind the line, you have a hand up in their face. Is it hard to kind of keep your head up after you play defense for a full 30 seconds or so, but they hit a shot like that? Is it hard to kind of keep your head up after they hit a shot like that?
No, it's not hard, man. You just gotta, like I said, next play mentality. We've been here before, experienced group. So, I mean, we know the ups and downs of the game, and they had a lot of ups this game, especially from three. So we just gotta, we just needed to get the ball pushing on offense, make the right plays, and then come down and get stops, and we couldn't get stops.
Hey, Coach, about Taylor Horton-Tucker, he top scoring freshman in the conference. I mean, the guy showed it today. Just how tough is of a mismatch he can create for defenders.
Well, he plays kind of that. I guess they play small ball, and he's able. They even put him in ball screens with a 4-5, and they got us a couple times on that. And he had really been struggling, to be honest, going into this game, and then he just stepped it up, played at a high level. The threes, you can make a big deal out of it. Obviously, it makes a difference, but we gave up too many easy layups that if you cut those out, if you do your discipline on defense and you tag and don't give Lard 2 layups, Jacobson a layup, and then the rebounding. And I know we had more second chance points, but it seemed like we gave them those. Those are the plays to me that really make a difference.
Bruce, do you view Dean's situation as short term?
I haven't talked to Doc enough. I mean, like I said, he had some. They said it's not structural. It's some. I guess soft tissue. I'm not smart enough. I'm not a doctor. He gave it a go. We tried to get him out a couple times in the first half. We didn't want, maybe we pushed him too much the other day, 39 minutes. And he's been good. It's hope, just all we can do is hope and pray, for him. And that, I don't know if he'll be here Monday, but definitely, hopefully by next week.
Bruce, I know some of their threes they got was on the throwback option in the ball screen. Does that make it tough to tag when
yeah, and that's why I think when they hit a couple of them, now we don't tag, and then they get the layup. So, but you got to trust your defense. You got to trust we're pretty sound defensively. The coach do a great job scouting. They got us strung out a little bit, and that's what they're good at. Dribble drive. They got a lot of weapons. They spread you out. If you remember last time, Cardi played. And Dean only played 17, 18, or whatever it was. And so we went small a lot in the second half, and we were able to, control that a little better. But they got going, and they got us in transition a little bit early also. And that's when they're good. They're the only ones I think go to Texas Tech and win. So they, it's not like they're a bad team. They're a really good team. I think everyone has them higher seed than us too. So somebody must think they're pretty good.
Barry, you guys are still in first place in the Big 12, even after the loss. Being the senior leader, what do you say to the team now going forward?
Like you just said, man, we're still in first place. Tough loss. Can't let it soak. I mean, today is the last day we got to think about. I mean, because we play in about 48 hours. So just got to let them know that we're still fine. Just come together, play hard, man. West Virginia's a really good team. We haven't won there yet. They're gonna have a great crowd. Still knowing that we're still in first, so it's gonna be another tough atmosphere to play in. But like I said, we're experienced, and we should go in there with the right mindset and try and win the game.
Bruce, you've been a part of some long winning streaks over the years. What's the key to when one ends to turn it back around and getting right back on there?
Obviously, the longest one I was at Illinois. We had, 28 in a row or whatever, 27 in a row, something like that. I don't know what it was. But at that time, I was really sad, and you could have done something that no one else did. But, I think it got our attention. It was a good thing. And, it got us refocused on what we need to be refocused on. And I don't want to lose, but, it is what it is. Now do we have the discipline, the character, the leadership to come back and get ready on a short turnaround and make the longest, trip of the year. So we're getting on a plane tonight, go to West Virginia, get a good night rest, talk about them. It's a lot mental now. And then hopefully get a couple days off after Monday and see if we can get healthy again.
Bruce, I know that the easiest thing to look at from this game is just all the threes they hit, hand in the face, one off the backboard, all this kind of stuff. But, I mean, the other thing to me that looks like it jumps out is 31-7 in bench points and their advantage. Is that where Carty's loss really kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously, Wigginton to me is a starter. And if you go back to the last game, Carty was really a starter for us, and he has a good game against them. I don't know what it was, 9, 11 points, something like that. So, that obviously that he gets 23 and Lard gets 8. Lard was the starter last year, so it's that makes a difference. I thought Mike McGurl did a decent job. Levi, we got to get some layups down. We got to he's got to have someone else, guys, to give us something. But I thought Mike was fine. Sean, he's still got to learn. He's got to become a student of the game. He's getting an opportunity, and hopefully this will help him for not next year, but we need him now to take a step forward.
Well, having two guys that regulars out of the lineup now temporarily, what is that about your depth now? What do you have to depend on these guys now to step up?
Stay out of foul trouble will be important because then you have less minutes. Or you want to keep your guys in there, and that's a big key. But and that's why I thought we had a couple fouls that we shouldn't have had, where it's, hey, you're not going to block that shot. Just let it be. Make them make a tough play. And those hurt us. But, we got to be very sound defensively. We got to help each other. And then the young guys, when they come in, they have to be solid. They can't make defensive mistakes. They have to do the things we practice on a daily basis.
You mentioned that Horton Tucker was kind of struggling from outside coming into this one. Today he has, I think, 5 threes, 6 threes. Were you surprised that he was getting that hot when he had come in?
I mean, he's a good player. He was a highly touted kid. And you guys said he's the highest scoring freshman, so he must be pretty good. He had a special game. There's no doubt. And then when you bank one in, and we've been there before. We've had them where we bank them in too. So, He was special today, and then Wigginton really got going. In the second half, and when we made a little push, he was the one who really stepped up.
Bruce, with so many strong defensive teams at the top of the league, do you feel like today's game kind of showed what Iowa State brings to the table as a threat to win this league with their shooting performance?
Well, you can say that, but we held them at 57 at their place. So, it just every game's different. They are good offensively. They're the best, or, number-wise, first or second. Obviously, if they shoot the ball like that, and we had been shooting it so well, and we didn't shoot as well today. And we had open ones. Some of those early ones, it was the cheerleaders were closer to them than their players, and we just missed them. So it's just, sometimes you have games like that. We've had a bunch of good ones. Now we got to stick together, hang together. Barry's got to be a great leader. Hope and pray we get healthy. We didn't have enough players for practice on Thursday. So you got pneumonia, you got bronchitis, you got feet, you got hands, you got everything. So it's just keep fighting, battling. And this is a true test of character on Monday night.
So if you got to fall back on any ploys with a veteran team or with a 48-hour turnaround, if you got to fall back on anything you've done in the past?
I'm not, and we had guys say, my fault. No, it's no one's fault. We win as a team, we lose as a team. And, did everyone play great? No. Did we have it? We made mistakes both ends of court. Coaches make mistakes, we lose. We lose together, we win together. And, it's important. You can't let one loss be a bad week. And that's the most important thing for us.